No American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. Don't end with Big Brother's bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect. You're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapse on the
All-Star game in NBA 2K16. Hang with Hassan Whiteside.
Moving up in the world. I didn't even know that.
Kick off 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals. Vote on your top plays of the week, and of course, give you a chance at some VC.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Indiana Pacers. Taking a look at the Pacers, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing his shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one.
Well,
lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but
Crispy barbecue chicken?
oof, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Wow.
We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside.
It's the land of mission control. Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Take a look at the Pacers. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
I agree. I mean, it's clear they're not going anywhere. I mean, this is not a team that any opponent can take lightly come playoff time.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Zeller. Then it's Paul George. And it's Hill in at the 5 down low. Now here's Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by George, no good. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Ellis against Harden. Outside Hill. No luck, so Houston will take it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Now here is Hill. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Henderson, no good. The Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. George dishes to Hill. Henderson pulls it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Free throw good from Harden. Harden hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Outside, George, and a wide open look for Zeller. Money from the wing.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Henderson with it. 29 points for him last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
The Pacers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Now what's the pass to Hill? And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Henderson kicks to Smith. On the wing, Harden. From the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
Henderson gets to Ariza. He dishes it to Henderson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
To the middle, here's Hill, and it's sent back by Howard. It's Harden with the drive. Got that one up quick.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Ellis down low, guarded by Harden. And that one's good, Ellis. Ellis has got his first basket.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Ellis. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Boston.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Scott comes in for Cody Zeller, and it's C.J. Miles in for Monte Ellis. And both free throws good for Paul George.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Up top, Henderson. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Jones. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. Beverly against George. It's hauled in by Beverly.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
There's a minute left in the first quarter. The offensive rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And Miles kicks to Mahinmi. Deep two from Hill, but they recover it. Indiana again missing.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quick... of the closeout really threw him off.
Now Hill following the three-point attempt by Freak. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Mahinmi. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Pacers making a change here. Turner's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Rockets leading by 5. Thornton dishes to Beverly. Shoots a 3. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Hill. Alley-oop try. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 8. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Earlier, we had a chance to talk with Freak about the importance of his family and family support in the NBA.
My family is my rock. I always have been.
Well, even though Freak is having success on the floor, as we've seen, Clark, you have to believe his family is most important. He's checked in for Houston. Freak comes in for Ty Lawson. Then for the Pacers, Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Mike Scott, and George is subbed in for Hill. And so in the game for the Pacers, C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Mahinmi is out there with Hill, and it's Ellis and at the point. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies, boy, was he tremendous. He had 29 points and seemed to have a hand in every defensive stop. Good numbers for him in both the steals and blocks columns. It was just a fantastic outing for him, and really, there wasn't any way to prevent him from taking over the game. Fun to watch, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know, it was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.